and there and letting one side just hate on it and one side defend it. And then you have all the Zack Snyder stuff where it's like these Zack Snyder people that go a little crazy and a little too far are going to do everything they can to discredit the movie and hopefully it fails because they want Zack Snyder's universe to come back.
What is going on, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters? And Collider just put out this interview stating that James Gunn's Superman completely understands the character based on the brand new behind the scenes footage that we just saw. And I completely agree. So here's what they had to say. This movie is about, in the loose sense of the world, a human being struggling with his day-to-day life, and we see a different aspect of him at the beginning. I thought it was a cool place to start the trailer and the movie, frankly. Now, that's a quote from James Gunn. Indeed, seeing a superhero who shrugs off bullets, nuclear bombs, and anything else that would kill a normal human falling to Earth already broken and bloodied shows that Superman is like us, mere mortals. He can bleed, he can feel pain, but most importantly, he has emotions just like anyone else. If I'm being honest, it's also a little scary because it raises the question, what could do that to Superman? Most likely a clone of his, which is going to be Bizarro. But that's just my working theory. But Gunn also brings up what he considers to be Superman's thesis statement, and it's a perfect fit for the character. It's about the basic kindness of human beings that can be seen as uncool, and it can be seen as under siege when some of the darker voices are also some of the louder voices. Tackling the idea that we should be kind to another isn't just a perfect theme for Superman movie, but it's also a fitting statement in a world that often sees kindness and sincerity as a weakness. In truth, it's the greatest strength one could have. And it's what makes Superman such a compelling character. It's not about bending steel in your bare hands or outrunning a locomotive. It's about extending a hand to others, especially when they need it. One of the most iconic moments in Superman's comic book history speaks to this during All-Star Superman issue number 10 by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. Superman confronts a scared girl named Reagan who's about to jump off a building. If Gunn, Cornsweet, and the rest of Superman's cast and crew can embody even a fraction of that in the final product, then this would truly be a superhero movie for the ages. And I completely agree. I think the problem that a lot of people had with Zack Snyder's take on Superman was that Zack Snyder solely focused on the God aspect, what it would be like if Superman's power was wielded unjustly and irresponsibly. But the theme, even though interesting, was the tone was just very morose, very dark, and it did not have a sense of levity. People don't want to see Superman being just not embodying the classic traits that Superman has. You can add complexity to Superman. You can add a little bit of doubt to Superman. But at the end of the day, Superman has to be in a world that he wants to protect. And in Zack Snyder's DCE universe, he was in a world that he did not want to be in. So why would you even bother to protect it? Right? So that was the fundamental misunderstanding and mishandling of the character. But in James Gunn's Superman, Superman wants to be in this world. Superman wants to help, not just for the sake of it's the right thing to do, but he genuinely loves people. And it's his moral obligation to do so. And the fact that James Gunn is going to really examine that and just seeing a godlike being kind just because he wants to be. That's a fascinating aspect. And that's what really excites me about James Gunn's DCU. So that's going to be it. Hit like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, TikTok, Sysdagic, What do you think of this Collider article and the fact that James Gunn truly wants to embody the human aspect of Superman, of Kal-El, of Clark Kent? That's the right track to go in. Love you all. Stay safe. Truth out.
And the Zack Snyder fans are weirdos. I'm